Prescott Worldwide Tour Summer 2020, Oakland. We found out last week. Wow, I can't believe Prescott Circus is going to perform in Africa. This is going to be like a new experience to go travel around the world. This trip gonna be lit, period. All right, fam, let's go. All right, bet. This trip is gonna turn out being great. Before we start our tour to perform around the world, we decided to write some poetry about ourselves as individuals and performers to post on our tour page. We're performing in Egypt, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Trinidad, and finally Louisiana before heading back home to Oakland. We can't believe it. This is going to be a really good summer. This is a poem by Faith. I am artistic. I wonder what clouds feel like. I hear music. I see flowers. I want vintage clothes. I am artistic. I pretend I am a butterfly. I feel cozy. I touch the fabric of my clothes. I worry about my family. I cry when I get upset. I am artistic. I understand that people are different in their own way. I say, tee hee. I dream of going on clouds. I try not to give up so easily. I hope to always try my best. I am artistic. And this one is by Jazze, Mario, and Antonio. We are strong and brave. We wonder what life is going to be like. We hear people talking. We see the computer. We want food and out of COVID-19. We are strong and brave. We pretend we are spending time with friends. We feel normal. We worry about getting the virus. We cry because of people dying. We are strong and brave. We understand we have to be here. We say we all make mistakes. We dream about being rich. We try to be the best people we can be. We are strong and brave. In the end, Javian picked the name for the tour, Prescott Worldwide Tour, but not many people wrote poetry. That was kind of disappointing. And as we planned for the trip, things were chaotic, and we tried to figure out how to make it all happen. People were late for meetings. Some days they didn't show up. We weren't communicating very well. For a while, it felt like we should just forget about going. Then somehow we figured out how we could work together a little better, and finally decided where we would stay in Egypt at our first destination on the journey, Egypt. We bought our plane tickets and our tour finally began. We decided to visit Sharm el-Sheikh and Alexandria. The tour info said it wasn't as popular as before, so hotel rooms, food, and drink prices are cheap. We decided to go there because the beach looked beautiful. This place was named after Alexander the Great. Again, we decided on this place to explore the beautiful city and the beautiful beach. One of the things we wanted to do in Egypt was take a donkey or camel ride. It sounded fun. It turned out kind of boring because once we got there, only a couple of kids wanted to participate. We took this picture though. That irritated Faith. She kept saying, "Come on, guys, participate," but no one would. They complained it was too early for donkey rides. Another thing on our list of things to do in Egypt was a river trip. The water looked so peaceful. We rented the boat for an hour and took a trip down the Nile. We even got to drive the boat. That's how we ended the first day. The next day, we got up early to go to the marketplace. We headed there about an hour before we were due to perform. That was a mistake. There was just too much to see. There were small pyramids, carved stone cats, jewelry. Antonio found some leather bean bags. The merchant told us they were 4,000 years old. We didn't believe him because he was selling them for so cheap. But Antonio wondered when juggling first became popular. The problem with going to the marketplace before our performance was that we got separated and couldn't find each other. We were supposed to meet 3 circus performers for the Al Darb Al Amar Art School and perform with them. Most of us got there after the show started, so we couldn't perform. Faith looked irritated. Why are only a few kids participating? Amanda's told us the kids use drums like we do at Prescott. In the end, only she, Faith, and Alita performed, with beanbags and flower sticks. It was okay, but not nearly as good as it could have been. After what happened with our performance in Egypt, Coach Deb suggested we research a magical form of transportation to get around faster and more efficiently. That way, we could be on time for our performances. Some of the kids didn't get it or doubted it would work. But Coach Deb pointed out that Wakanda was in Africa, so there was bound to be some sort of magical technology around. It might work, Darnell remarked as he appeared from beneath a magic cloak. It worked, but it was a disaster. Everyone picked a different form of magical transportation. Amanda picked a magic dragon. Others chose magical buses, horses, dinosaurs, and airplanes. So everyone arrived at the remaining destinations at different times, making it impossible for the whole group to get to the other locations at the same time. It was rare for more than three or four people showed up at the same time. Antonio, Mario, and Jazzy arrived in Senegal first. They headed for the beach. They were surprised by all of the beautiful beaches in Africa. They had brought a dog with them. They met some kids on the beach taking their dog in the water for a bath. At first, Antonio thought it was a dog, but the kids insisted it was a goat. Antonio, Mario, and Jazzy invited them to their performance, even though they were the only three performing. The performance was okay, but it would have been better if more people had shown up. Later that day, Antonio, Mario, and Jazzy went out to see some Senegalese street dancers. Jazzy said at first the dances looked like nonsense, but then they looked kind of fun, so she and Mario joined in. The next stop on the trip was Cote d'Ivoire. Faith and Alita, who had participated the most, arrived there first. Then Javian arrived 12 minutes later. While out on a hike, they ran into these kids riding unicycles while working in a garden. They told them all about Prescott Circus. The next stop on the trip was Trinidad. 7 of the students arrived at the same time on their magical transport. They got to perform with these kids doing Mocha Jumbi. Faith thought the stilt dancers were really good and their tricks seemed riskier than the stuff we learned at Prescott. We liked the kids so much we decided to write this poem with them. We are each other's laughter. We wonder when things will go back to normal. We hear drums. We see our people. We want peace for our community. We are each other's laughter. We pretend to fly to another state. We feel welcome in the world. We touch the earth. We worry about Black lives. We cry for loss. We are each other's laughter. We understand the world is changing. We say, be peaceful and caring. We dream of a better world. We try to do the right thing. We hope for an awesome future. And we are each other's laughter. The final stop of the trip was Louisiana. For once, everyone arrived on time, but the magical transportation dropped everyone off on a swamp boat with a bunch of other kids. We told the kids about our trip to Africa and invited them to our final performance before heading back to Oakland. That's it.